Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I want to talk about healthy fats. Should you eat healthy fats? Should you not eat fats? Is fat bad? Is fat good? This is a topic that is so misunderstood by so many people, and it has been misunderstood for a really, really long time. Let's go back. We're going to jump back in history a little bit to when this started, where fat started getting a bad rap. Fat started getting a bad rap about the 1980s, and the food industry decided to make a lot of products that said, oh, low fat, no fat, and portrayed them as a healthier option. Is that healthier? Is it healthier for the human body? No, it didn't end up working that way for people. Ooh, what happened when people did the low fat, no fat stuff? Did it help? No. Did it help diabetes rise? Yeah, it did. It kind of did. So one of the things about fats is these are benefits of fats. So really, really important that you're getting healthy fats in your diet, that they're getting the right amount of fat for you and what your body needs. So I'll go through this list and talk about specific points of healthy fats. But fats is one of those things that people will look, it's automatic, especially for women. You go to the store and you look at a product and it says on there the ingredients and the nutrition value, and you'll look and be like, is that too much fat in there? I don't want to eat too much fat. I get nervous about having too much fat. Not all fat is created equal, of course. And when you're looking at nutrition labels, it's very different. I mean, an avocado doesn't have a nutrition label on it, but you know, if you're looking at a jar of coconut oil and the nutrition label on that, you're looking at it and saying, this, of course, it's like a fat, but it's a healthy fat. But oh my gosh, there's so many calories in it, and you go in this tailspin, right? You go in this tailspin of I'm not sure where to look, I'm not sure where to go to next, and I don't know what to trust. Should I eat this much coconut oil? I know I should get some. When should I get it in? How is it helpful for me? How is this going to affect my overall health and everything? So I'm going to talk about that today. In my book, The Female Fat Solution, which you can get on Amazon, I do talk about healthy fats and how important it is for your body, for nutrient, for energy, for everything. Essential for women to get healthy fats in. And because women are so pressured to do the low fat, no fat stuff, it's one of those things that we need to reverse that mindset on, ladies. We need to turn that around. My podcast, The Female Health Solution, I talk more about really focusing on the right amount of fats for you. I've done separate videos where I talk about keto, so you can check my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch, watch for things where I talk about keto and my whole, rundown on that, because you do need a balance of nutrients. Keto is something that's super high in fats, but doesn't have a good balance. So when we talk about the low fat, no fat fad that's out there and the pressure that women get to eat low fat or no fat. Hi, Erin. Hi. Oh, I know Erin. Yay. One of the things that's so tough for women is to really think, okay, I can do this. I can eat these fats and feel good about it, but there's so much more calorie in this. Ooh, I should be choosing something different. Or if I make this choice of low fat, no fat, then I can eat this, that, or the other. But what ends up happening is that if you're not getting enough fats in your diet, if you're not getting enough fats for you, it actually is really hard on your system. It's hard on your blood sugar levels, and you're going to be replacing this healthy nutrient with carbs and sugar. Because your brain is going to tell you, I need food, I need it now, feed me, feed me. And you're going to go for sugars and carbs, which raises your blood sugar really quickly, which actually sets off this roller coaster of up and down with your blood sugar levels, which is really hard to maintain. And that's where things are at risk, really, really high at risk for, the things that you don't want to have in your life, right? Diabetes, heart disease, all these other things, right? They've actually done studies where they show that diets that are too low in fat, that don't have enough healthy fat, are dangerous for your, for heart disease. So just some interesting things out there that, yes, healthy fats are necessary in your diet. And I find that women do not get enough healthy fats in their diet day to day because they're so worried about it, because they're so worried about, oh, I don't want to eat too much fat. This isn't good for me. eat the healthy fat. So in my 12-week program, we are starting April 2nd. We are starting so soon. I'm going to put a link below in the comments of, you can schedule a call with me. I'm more than happy to chat with you if you have any questions on getting the right nutrients in your body, because this is so important for women. So I would love to chat with you, but our 12-week program, I actually focus on getting enough nutrient in for the female body, focus on carb cycling and intermittent fasting and protein pacing and all these other things. But I'll tell you one thing that I do not have women count. I don't have them count fats. No, because it's so ingrained in women's heads to count fats and to be worried about that number and how much fat they're getting and how much calories from fats and everything else. If you're getting enough healthy fats in, you are going to be really focused on getting the right nutrient in for your body. So first, when we talk about fats and how necessary it is to have these fats in your system, the first function of them is that you get the most energy from them. You really do. You get the longest and most sustained energy from fats. You will get energy for up to 4 hours from fats. So if you're not getting enough fat in your diet and in your system, this is where you will all of a sudden get super hungry and be like, oh my God, I'm gonna eat my arm. Oh, feed me, right? And you're getting hangry because your blood sugar has dropped and nothing is easing it out. You've ran out of energy. You need more healthy fats. I always tell people to get more healthy fats when? Does anybody know? Anybody know when you should get healthy fats? Comment below. I'll give you a minute to comment if you know when you should get healthy fats. I put this in my 12-week program too. I have an entire routine for women to go through to make sure you're getting these nutrients at the right time for you to set your body up for success for the day so that you are not playing catch up at all during the day. Breakfast. Yes, Erin. Yes. Yep. First thing in the morning. First thing. So you wake up, and if you're going to, do your morning routine, some apple cider vinegar, lemon water, etc. I have this whole morning routine. When should you get fats? Right away in the morning. For your energy, for your blood sugar levels, for everything else. That is essential. That is essential. It is so key to making this effective for your day. You start getting healthy fats in your morning, you're going to notice you have more energy all day long. You're not going to have that 2 o'clock crash. If you're still noticing, I feel like a little tired still. I feel run down after lunch, that 2 or 3 o'clock slump. What do I do? You're not getting enough. Throw in more healthy fats. I'll talk a little bit about some of my favorite ways to get healthy fats in at the very end of the video, so stay tuned if you want to know my favorite tips for healthy fats in your diet. But that's really, really key. So energy, you start getting the right healthy fats in, holy crap, is your energy going to change, and it's going to be sustained better throughout the day. Woo! Okay. Second thing it does is it's going to help you absorb nutrients better. Everything functions better in the body when you're getting the right amount of healthy fats. Hair, skin, nails, is healthier, right? Because you need the right oils, right, in your body. I just washed my hair, by the way, in case you're wondering why my hair is so dark. It's not dark. It's just wet. So I'm not smelly right now. Not that you care that I'm smelly. Kim, how do you do that when you work out at 5 a.m.? Oh, I will tell you, Kim. I will tell you, Kim, how I get my healthy fats in. And then my thoughts on liquid coconut oil. Okay. So I'll go through my favorite ways to get healthy fats and everything at the end of the video, and how I fit it in, because I do a workout. I work out at 5:30 in the morning typically, and how I fit that in with what I'm doing. So hair, skin, nails, it's important. Hormone balance and function. So this is, and I know my specialty is female hormones and nutrition for hormones, and that's what my book is dedicated to, and my podcast and the nutrition program that I run for women is what it's dedicated to. It is essential for estrogen. It is essential even for testosterone. But moreover than that, it is essential for the insulin and to keep your insulin regulated and to have your hormones function better that way too. Crazy, right? Yeah. So there's that. It's also essential for your immune function and brain function and really keeping inflammation in check. Healthy fats are essential to have on a regular basis. So if you're really not getting enough healthy fats in, you'll notice issues in a lot of different areas of your body. And you're going to be thinking of, maybe I just haven't been eating well, or maybe I'm tired, maybe I'm coming down with something, right? Women do this all the time. You'll think of a million different reasons of why you're having all these things, but really it can be related to you're just not getting enough healthy fat in your day-to-day diet. So incorporating that is going to change a ton. This is why I really focus on this for women, and I have a ton of fats in the 12-week program, because it's the right amount of fat for women to focus on when you're having hormonal issues. Erin, you are saying you tend to eat 2 eggs, half an avocado cooked in coconut oil for breakfast. Yes, delicious. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. That is beautiful. Yes. Again, it's one of those things, like, you're wondering if it's too much, right? Because again, you're thinking, oh, there's some fat in the egg, and then there's a coconut oil, and then there's avocado. Awesome. And part of that's going to be, you know, is this right for you? How are you feeling getting those healthy fats in the morning? Do you notice you're fueled better during the day or not, right? I have a friend of mine. She is pretty fit gal, super high metabolism. And we were chatting about some things, and she was like, I eat super clean, da 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 da. She's like, but I have such a hard time with my energy because, and I eat all the time and everything else. I literally told her to change one thing with her nutrition. One thing changed her life and how she felt, her energy, her focus all day long with kids and everything too. And the one thing I told her to do was add healthy fat in the morning. That was it. I said, put it, she's like, well, I typically eat oatmeal. I was like, great, put 2 scoops, two tablespoons of coconut oil in your oatmeal and mix that up and then eat that. And she was like, she started doing it, and she was like, oh my God. She was, it literally makes the biggest difference in the world for me. I feel so much more full, and I am not starving, and I'm not crashing, but I have energy all day. Is that weird? I'm like, no, that's not weird, because you're setting yourself up for success right at the beginning of the day. Right at the beginning of the day. So, oh, look, I'm jumping already into my favorite ways to get it in. Yes, you go until 1 p.m. Yes, see, you get full so much longer. Yes, you can add healthy fat to your shake. Absolutely. Absolutely you can. That's what I do. So here are my favorite ways. So healthy fats are really important. Get them into your diet. Get them in the morning. It will change a ton for you. This is just one little tip that I go over for women in my 12-week. There's so much more information and so much more content there that if you are wanting to make a big change, then diving into the 12-week is going to be the right thing for you. So I'll put the link below where you can schedule a call and we can chat about it. But my mission overall is to just help educate women more on their bodies and nutrition and hormones so that you can get better health and feel better and get better results. So if you are finding this information helpful, I would so appreciate it if you would help me share my mission by sharing this video and helping other women learn more about the simple thing of just adding in healthy fats in the morning to really change their day and their energy and everything else. All right. So my favorite ways to get healthy fats in. I want to make sure I use a marker that works. Yes, sometimes my kids come down and play with my whiteboard and my markers, and it's super fun. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know what works. Okay. So my favorite ways to get healthy fats in the morning. The first thing I do, since I go to a really early boot camp, and depending on the day, what might depend on if I have it right before or after, but I usually eat something before, just because my blood sugars will drop during a workout, especially if we're lifting heavy, and I won't have enough energy to sustain. So I will have a protein shake and I will add extra fat to it. And depending on how much fat is also dependent on where I'm at in my cycle. And I'll address that here. So I will add it to my protein shake. That's my first favorite way to do this. And I will do 1 tablespoon during my estrogen phase, which is days 1 through 14. And I'll do 2 tablespoons during my progesterone phase, which is days 15 through 28 of my cycle. And this is, I use coconut oil for this. If you don't like coconuts, or if you're allergic or whatever, you can use any other type of oil. You can use avocado oil. You can use avocados, half an avocado, whole avocado, whatever your jam is, whatever you want to do. Me, I like the coconut oil. It's delicious. And yeah, I'd like to add it to my shake. So my protein shake is actually a coffee protein shake, because coffee. Believe it or not, full confession, I was never a big coffee person. until I had my second kid. I had that second child. Coffee became a necessity for me. Hi, Sheila. So it's, yes, Erin, you need to watch my video Menopause. Yes, you do, Erin. Yes, you do. Yes, we should chat about this, Erin. You should schedule a call with me and we should chat about this. Janine, nuts. Yes, nuts are an okay source of fat too. Yes. Yep. And they also have more protein in it. So it just depends. Let me talk about the digestion and absorption of nuts in just a minute. So I use coffee as my liquid, and then I also use chocolate protein because that's delicious. And then I will add in my coconut oil here, 1 tablespoon if I'm an estrogen here, 2 tablespoons for progesterone. Your body needs more nutrient. It needs more calorie and more nutrient when it's higher in progesterone. 300 to 500 more calories a day. A lot of women get cravings, PMS symptoms, and cycle issues, all these other things because you're literally not giving your body enough nutrient during this phase. It needs it and it's telling you. Ooh. So this is my way of getting it in and getting it in right in the morning. So it's serving a lot of purposes. 1, for my insulin, but 2, for my energy. Do you lower your carb intake when you add fats? You can. I don't necessarily. No. Because again, this is more about fueling the body overall and getting it more nutrient. But especially here versus here, unless you're going through a carb cycle, you keep your carbs the same, your body needs more nutrient here. And this is a great way to add that dense nutrient in for progesterone and the effects of progesterone in the body. So coffee, was it Kelsey that asked a question if it was warm or hot or cold coffee? Excellent question, Kelsey. So, yes, Kelsey, I use warm coffee. If you use cold coffee, coconut oil doesn't melt and you get like coconut chunks in your shake, which you may like, but I find a little bit weird, right? And so I use warm coffee, warm enough that it melts the coconut oil, but not too hot so that it explodes in the blender. I've done that. Yes, where if it's too hot and you blend it and you open it, it's like everywhere. Yeah, whoops. So warm coffee, protein, add the coconut oil, and then I put in, my favorite is Ripple pea protein milk. Oh, so good. Chocolate, so good. It's delicious. So that's my favorite to add in there, and that's how I make my protein shake, and that's how I get my healthy fats right away in the morning. Mix it in with everything else, and I am good to go. Erin, you have done that too, right? Where you're like, dang it. So that's a way to get healthy fats in the morning because you're eating something else too. What if you're on the go? What if you, yes, the liquid coconut oil. You can use liquid coconut oil. That was one of the questions from earlier too. Yes, you don't want an explosion. Yes, everybody, you learn to figure out the temperature of your shake if it's too hot or too cold, right? KB, you're like, yeah, it's if it's too cold, it's just not as good. So liquid coconut oil or fraction coconut oil is just that it's processed and broken down so that it's more liquid at room temperature versus solid. And here's the thing about that is that if for some reason you can't work it into your schedule to get the raw, cold pressed, organic coconut oil in its origin, that's the most bioavailable. You're going to get the most anti-inflammatories from it, et cetera, et cetera. Like that's the grade A version of getting it in your body. Grade B or C would be the liquid. Is it terrible? No, it's not terrible, right? It's not terrible. But is it grade A? No. So it's more of, okay, what's easiest for you? If you're going to be consistent with getting it in your shake and adding it into your day with it being liquid, go for it, right? Go for it. It's one of those things where sometimes people are super picky about, well, it's not the perfect way to do it, so don't even do it. Pfft. You know what? It's better than not having it. The benefits of having those healthy fats in your system is better than not having it. So use the liquid if that's something that you want to use. So yes. If I'm working out at 5:30, do I have this shake before I work out? Yes. Aha. So I am a person where I do not do well working out on an empty stomach. To do like a fast, I don't do fasted cardio, especially like I lift, I like push myself pretty hard. And my blood sugars are that if I don't eat something, I do not do well. So I actually do 2 shakes. I do a mini version and then I do a full version. So my mini version has, you know, a little bit of coconut oil. It has a little bit of protein, a little, you know, some coffee. And then after I will get 40 grams of protein and I will get my 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and everything else. So yes, I do all of it. If I'm working out really early in the morning, which is most days. If I'm not working out early in the morning, I just like throw it all in one. And that's my first breakfast. Yep. And then second breakfast is usually 2 eggs, 2 egg whites, spinach, kale, chard, all, and then like sweet potato. And I cook that all and saute that in a cast iron pan. So yes, but really good questions. Really, really good questions. Differently. Would I suggest a different liquid oil that is naturally liquid at room temperature? Yeah, so you could use, you know, avocado oil. That's a good oil to incorporate. And that's liquid at room temperature. Olive oil, again, this is just a heavier oil and people aren't used to drinking it in the US. In other countries, they drink it. That's like part of what they cook with and use all the time. And it's used for a ton of things. But in the US, people don't use it as much for a lot of that stuff because we're so ingrained with the canola oil or vegetable oil or whatever you find at the store. No. Anyway, so great ways to get healthy fats in the morning. The other thing I like to do, especially throughout the day, is dun 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 dun, fat bombs. Fat bombs are amazing. I have recipes of fat bombs. My favorite, super simple, coconut oil, cocoa powder, a little bit of stevia to sweeten it, a little stevia, and then mint oil. That's it. I do it all in like my little blender, my little, you know, bullet thing, and I'll melt the coconut oil, and then I put the cocoa, and I put the sweetener, and I put the oil in there, and I blend it up, and then I pour it in an ice cube tray, and there you go. It tastes like an Andes mint. It is so delicious. What is, Janine, when my second was little, the dietitian recommended olive oil to her almond milk. Yes, olive oil, right? Which sounds weird to people, adding olive oil to stuff and like drinking it. But it's totally normal. Yeah, and there's such good nutrient that you need. Such good nutrient you need. That's amazing. So fat bombs, making fat bombs, and those can be, KB, yes. Fat bombs are amazing and they are delicious and you can make them and keep them in your fridge or your freezer. Keep them in your freezer. I keep them in my freezer. And like a little snack throughout the day. If you're feeling low in energy or if you need, you know, you're higher in progesterone, you need a more extra healthy fat for your day, boom, get some fat bomb in there. So easy. And sometimes at the end of the day too, after dinner, you're like, oh, I feel like I need something sweet. I need something, but I don't want to eat sugar. Grab a fat bomb. Who is it? Somebody commented earlier about getting them at night. And I was like, yes, I'm going to talk about fat bombs with that. I can't remember who commented. What's the Andy mint flavor? Ingredients. Yes. Okay. You know what I'll do? I'll post my recipe for that below here too. It's super simple. And it's delicious. And I have a ton of fat bomb recipes. You can also Pinterest. Pinterest is amazing. And depending on whether or not some people are allergic to coconut, some people not. Sometimes you can make ones with dairy, you know, like with grass-fed butter. Awesome. Yeah. But getting those in during the day, game changer and super helpful for those of you that have a sweet tooth, sugar cravings. Because again, if you're not getting enough healthy fats as it is, you're more likely to have those sugar cravings. Cream cheese is a fat? Yeah, Erin, there are some fat bombs. My kids really like one. It's a strawberry cheesecake one where it's cream cheese and coconut oil and grass-fed butter. And then I mix in some like strawberries and a little bit of vanilla. And it's like this creamy little dense thing. Because my kids are, you know, they're so high in energy. And they come home from school and they're like, Mom, I'm hungry, meh. And they're going to go right for chips or crackers or something, right? Because that's what their little brains are telling them. And I'll be like, fat bomb first. Go get a fat bomb. And I call it like a frozen treat, right? Like, so they think it's like a little thing of ice cream, but there's tons of nutrients in there. Made a pseudo cookie dough one and loved it. Yes. So good. So good. So these can be a really big game changer in terms of getting more nutrient in, helping with those sugar cravings, helping with just controlling hunger overall. A lot of people try and say, you shouldn't feel hungry, or you should try and suppress your hunger with this supplement or something. Okay, but if your body's telling you it's hungry, something's off. Help rebalance it with fat. Yay! How great is that? The other thing too, again, you can just get in things like avocado, right? You can just eat more avocado, something like that. You can add in more healthy fats with whole foods. It's fantastic. Yay, yay. There's a lot of different ways to get them in. I like to do it in fast, easy ways to like incorporate it into my food, my shake. When I'm cooking food, I do top load my day with more healthy fats, and then I have more healthy fat at the end of the day too. So it really works with my body, keeping it energized, keeping me, everything functioning as well as it can, and really cutting sugar cravings, because that's a big deal for a lot of women. So that's what I got for you guys on healthy fats. You guys asked a lot of really good questions. I love it. If I missed one, I will go back through and answer it. So I really appreciate it. I'm going to put a link to schedule a call with me. If you've got questions on anything, we can chat. I do have my 12-week program that we are starting April 2nd. So it's amazing the transformation these women go through. Bedtime, having healthy fats before bedtime. Yeah, a little bit you can have. Yeah, I'll have a fat bomb before bed if I need, or like after dinner. I won't necessarily do it right before bed. I do more protein right before bed. Yeah. But yeah, it depends, it depends on how your metabolism is. And sometimes women need more fat before bed, but usually after dinner, but not right before bed, if that makes sense. Yeah. And if you haven't subscribed to my podcast and you want more info that I dive into, and I've got some great interviews coming up in the next few weeks. I'm really excited for some of the guests I have on my podcast. So stay tuned, keep your eyes out for that. If you haven't gotten my book on Amazon, go get it and dive in, because the whole first chapter is on the history of nutrition, which is fascinating when you look at the history of fats in the US and how they're like, fat is bad. Eat low fat to no fat, everything, blah. I get so fired up. I'm going to start sweating if I start getting mad again. I just showered, so don't make me sweat. Anyway, so that's what I got for you guys tonight. Please let me know if you have any other questions. Feel free to comment below. I'm going to go back through and get all the comments. And again, please, if you found this helpful, please click that share button, because so many women need this info. So many women are struggling with little things, and it's easy. It's simple to incorporate. And it makes a big difference overall in their results and their energy and how they're feeling. And my mission is just to help educate women and help as many as I can to really learn more about their health and their bodies. All right, so that's what I got. Everybody have a great night, and I will see you later.